All right, it is the opposite of yesterday morning here in Minnesota. It is dreary and misty. I'm not sure how much footage I'm even going to get of Will and I fishing. We were out here last night crappie fishing as a family and did really well. We caught a bunch of crappies, caught some bluegills too, but caught a bunch of crappies, brought a mess of them home to clean. Go ahead and drop the anchor, buddy. Will's dropping anchor here. We're gonna try to catch some crappies. So we're not gonna try. I know it'll be very weird if we don't. You can just let her go, Will. It'll be very weird if we don't catch crappies this morning. So, but who knows what this weather did to them overnight? It was beautiful last night, and now it's overcast, dreary, misty. Winds out of a different direction. But we're gonna give it an honest try. We're gonna try a few spots out here, and hopefully bring a mess of crappies home. Hopefully. Will, anything to add?
Not really.
No, Will's just ready to catch some fish.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're gonna catch some fish. A little bit of mist this morning. I didn't bring the waterproof carriage for this camera just because I hate it. You really don't get audio. Will's got a fish going already. Oh, pulled it out of his mouth. Those crappies, Will, they are something. So, Will's already been bit. That's a good sign. Probably took your minnow. Will, I'm going to move this up here. This is minnows. That's minnows. Didn't take your minnow? Nice. Well, they definitely didn't take mine because they haven't bit mine yet. Let me see how long I can get away with running this camera, keeping it dry, because it is far from waterproof. There are fish feeding in here. Once in a while I'll just see a smattering of bait fish just go crazy on the surface, just bust up the surface where they've been chased around. I think I'm gonna set this bobber. Well, I think it's actually okay. I think I might just need to cast up there a little closer. Slide that weight up just a little bit, Will. You don't want it quite that close to the hook. And make sure that minnow's alive. If that minnow's not alive and swimming, he's not going to do you any good down there. So, this mist is turning into a sprinkle. Oh, there's fish. Man, you got to be quick on them. Get right back in that same spot to see if it's still there. Not sure how much longer I can. Oh, there he goes right away. Got him. But I don't think that's a crappie, Will. I think that's a pike. Oh, no, that's a nice bass. Holy cow. Oh, there he goes. It's a nice bass. Yeah. Just set it there. Solid fish to start the morning. Nice bass. Yeah. I'm actually going to keep that fish. I actually keep quite a few bass up here on vacation in Minnesota. Lakes are full of them and they're healthy. Real clean, clear water. They're like a bluegill basically, or a crappie. Plug needs to go in there, Will. So, I know it's like some kind of a sacrilege, it seems like, to keep a bass, but bass eat good. They taste good. Again, they're a sunfish. I mean, they're part of the bluegill family. They're a cousin to the bluegill. They're not actually in the bass family. So they're closer to a bluegill or a crappie than they are most other fish. So I like keeping them, and again, they're real clear up here, and they actually kind of compete with walleye, so I don't know, maybe there's a part of me that feels like if I take some bass out of these lakes, the walleyes do better. I don't know, maybe that's a justification. I did read a study on that once at one point that they did, looking at the effects of one fish on another, and found that lakes with, it was moderate sized lakes like we're on now, that it's hard to have a really good bass lake and a really good walleye lake at the same time. So I guess I use that somewhat to justify it too, but at the end of the day, they taste good. A lot of meat on them. And my family likes to eat fish. We'll just get a new minnow. We got 1,000 of them. No free meals here, so just lay the old minnow on the side of the boat. And we'll pitch them when we're done. No free meals for fishes. Unless it's on my hook. I'm trying to keep my hand covering this camera as long as I can. Really disappointed. Will and I went out with my dad, with his grandpa yesterday, out on the same lake and trolled for several hours. Man, caught some nice big northern. Caught walleye and crappie. Will caught a crappie. Will had a gigantic crappie come off out here. That thing was easily 14 and a half, 15 inches. It was huge. One of the biggest crappies black crappies I've ever laid eyes on. And it was close to the boat, and as it came to the surface, it just kind of did a flop, and it laid there with its side on the water for a second, and it was gone. It was gigantic. So we are hoping to find a couple of those this morning. All we found really last night the biggest we found last night were about 12 inches, which is not a bad crappie. We kept several 11 inchers. Real healthy, good fish. But there are some jumbos in here. And again, you never know. Catch some walleye or... Oh, Will's got something going. Catch walleye or northern doing this too. I just caught a bass doing this. Last year I was out here just up this weed edge a little bit doing this same thing, crappie fishing, and oh, I got something going. Oh, shoot. Got it. As that fish took off with my minnow, it scared a school of bait fish. That was funny. Put it right back in that same place. See if he's still sitting there. Will's got something tapping at his bobber. Just not full. Oh, yeah, it was. It was still right there. There were like 2 or 3 of them right there at the surface. Cast right where I was at, Will. There were 2 or 3 of them right there. That's the little crappie. Just a little guy, but fun.
It's
ridiculous. There you go.
oh my God.
Get it? Just get him?
Yes.
Oh, he's a tiny... No wonder you weren't catching him. I mean, that answers your question of why you weren't catching him. That's very frustrating. But at least you know. I mean, it wasn't a crappie that was dropping at that time. It was a baby. And you caught a fish. I mean, I think that still counts as a fish. It's pretty little. Oh, it's raindropping again. These are actual raindrops. Definitely not okay for this camera to be exposed to what is falling out of the sky right now. All right. Finally, though, Will got on the board, signing off until, again, this rain lets up again. Yep. Okay, I got him. He's small. But a crappie. Okay, I'm signing off for now with this little baby crappie. I'll be back. We'll be back. Alright, I had the camera off apparently. Will is up there almost in tears. He caught another fish, which is not why he's in tears. It's because it's a bluegill and not a crappie. Oh, I got one too. Only Will's going to cry because mine is a crappie, I think. Nope, I lied. Mine is a rock bass. Little rock bass. We've caught a lot of rock bass this week. Probably the smallest rock bass of the week, actually. So far. But, Will, I'm not going to complain because we've at least caught a couple fish.
Yeah.
So, but Will really needs a crappie really bad right now.
I caught one fish this morning, other than this, and it was a tiny bluegill.
Yeah, Will's got 2 little bluegill to his name.
You haven't gotten a single bluegill.
I've not caught a single bluegill, but it's because I'm intentionally not casting where little bluegills are. Don't look at me in that tone of voice. Don't throw anything at me. Oh, my bobber's flat. I'm busy looking at Will and my bobber's flat over there with the crappie biting on it.
It ain't no drop and gone anymore.
It's like raining. I'm gonna have to put this camera away probably. Oh.
Feels a lot nicer.
Who's got fish on? What's he got? Oh,
No,
big bluegill. Look at that. That's a hybrid. Look at the size of that thing though. That's a great fish. I don't care.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't complain about
I'm
that
not
fish.
complaining.
Like, I know that's not a crappie, but that is
I would rather catch this than 10, 12-inch crappies.
No.
I would.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm crazy, Dad.
That's not an appropriate thing to say. But
What? Beautiful fish.
look at that guy. That is... Oh, fish a stud, Will. All right, get him back in there. That's a pretty fish. All right, here you go. Hey, you got one. I mean, they're all three basically bluegills. It's not a crappie or anything else, but it wasn't a little bluegill.
No.
So you're getting better.
And if it was a bluegill that size, you probably would have kept it. Fish.
Will's got one on.
How long was that? Feels really small.
It's coming up.
Crappie.
Is it a crappie finally, Will? Will, finally.
It's not.
Oh my gosh, it's not. It was a fake crappie, also known as a rock bass. They are like a good fake out to being a crappie.
Hey, it's not a bluegill.
But it's not a bluegill of any kind. It is a rock bass.
Get that crap out of here.
Cast up towards those reeds.
I know, that's what I was doing. Nice cast.
I wouldn't let it sink though.
I know. My fingers. Oh, like.
That was really close to my face.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Just so you're aware. Straight in front of you. Let that stick up that's sticking up right out in front of you. Oh, right on a school of bait fish.
Ooh, my back hurts.
Overhand cast out at that far stick
Oh!
up. Oh my gosh, what did you do? Will hooked. That is
It's a largemouth bass fish.
I have never
It's a largemouth
seen
bass
such a
fry.
thing. That is a largemouth bass hooked in the mouth. Look at the size of that bass. I don't even know if you can see it. That is maybe one of the small. Now, I caught on a very similar lure a shiner in a creek.
But that's a bait fish, not an actual fish.
That is a largemouth bass that is the
Not
same
a
size as the
green fish.
Bobby Garland. He can't. I don't even know how he holds it. Look at it's smaller than the minnows I'm using. That is wild. That is wild. I don't even know what to say. That is crazy.
That's the smallest fish that's the smallest game fish I've ever seen caught.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen a game fish. Well, I've caught bluegill that small before. Like, no, you've never caught a perch that small. I've caught bluegill that small before, fishing with like a little fly.
Right at 2 inches.
Here, let me see him. I mean, hold him in your hand. I just want to see this fish. I mean, I don't even know if I can call it a fish. I mean, it's a fish. It's a largemouth bass. Holy cow. Well, get him back in the water.
Yep. What the heck?
Yeah, there are a ton of bait fish in the system right now. That is for sure. Oh, I got a bite going. I think. I got a fish.
Oh my gosh, it's not one.
Will and I got a double? Oh, no. Mine's another little crappie. It's first crappie in a while, though. Still not a keeper crappie this morning. They have all been this size. I wonder where the nicer crappies are this morning. All right, a couple more minutes here, Will, and I'm going to move us down the lake to another spot. Completely different spot. An actual move. So, whenever you want to pull the anchor, that'd be great. We're going to make a drastic move. Drastic move.
I thought you said Jurassic at first.
Yeah, Jurassic move. That's, It's the same thing as what I said. It's exactly the same as drastic.
Just leave these minnows here.
No, we can pitch them now that we're leaving. These fish have earned all the free dead minnows that we throw at them this morning. They have earned them.
Here comes a largemouth bass smaller than these minnows.
Yeah, that's fine. Any fish that wants these minnows has earned them. What's your rod tip?
I know.
Okay.
I just wondered if they were biting out there.
No.
Okay, that's why I didn't go out yet this morning.
We caught some right off the bat, but even the crappies, like, we probably lost 50 crappies, I would guess they were. I mean, just can't even get them hooked. Like, so I don't know how many I caught. I caught a few, but nothing keepers. We caught some bass, and Will's got a fish on. Oh, taking some line. I bet it's bass, Will. Oh, I don't know what Will's got. Will's got something on.
Nice bass.
Nice bass. Yeah, he's taking drag. Yeah, it's a nice bass, Will. Oh yeah.
Oh, I tried.
Got him. Here you go.
Yeah.
Nice bass. Hold that guy up.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
You're good.
I'm sorry.
Didn't hurt anything. Hold him up. Let's see him.
He broke my beetle spin.
That's fine.
The
That's not.
spinner is starting to come off the.
Hold him up. Let's see. About a 3-pounder. It's a nice fish. Okay. Again, we're keeping bass this morning, so that's it. All right, Dad. That's what we did. So I'm gonna let you go.
I don't know when I'm gonna go out, but
Well,
talk to you when I do.
Okay, bye, Dad. No, definitely a snapper. Oh, fish right away. Little bass. Your bass could eat this bass, Will. Man, we caught a bunch of bass this morning. Good grief.
I got the smallest bass of the year.
Yeah, that was, I can't even call that a bass, bud.
It doesn't mean it's gonna catch a fish though.
No, it doesn't. That's fish. That's fish.
Oh yeah.
Another.
Whew.
Oh no,
That's
that's crappie. Hey!
Crappie here.
There was a crappie here. Holy cow! Right as we're getting ready to move on. No, I do not want to stay just because of that one tiny little crappie. Now, fishing spots have names. Some of the spots around here, we've got Murray's Point, the Banker's Point, Johnny's. Usually they're named after people, I think, for some weird reason. This one, however, we have dubbed Big Bass Heaven. And when Will was a lot littler, the reason it's got its name, when Will was a lot littler, we came here and we were fishing. I was actually fishing with slip bobbers and leeches for walleye. There's current that comes out of this little creek right here, and it's really rocky and sandy. And there's a big drop off here. I mean, we're in 14 foot of water. That's like 4 foot of water over there. That's like 5 foot of water over there. There's just this channel cut here. And we just hammered nice bass one day. And so Will called it Big Bass Heaven, and the name stuck. So, it seems like we always catch bass while we're here. Oh, something just hit me. I don't know what it was. Yeah, if you catch a gull, you're on your own, buddy. I've been there, done. Yeah, been there, done that. This would be where you throw your plopper, Will. Oh, Will's got fish on. Little bass, that is, well, Big Bass Heaven. That is not quite what it got its name from. But, again, we almost always catch bass here. So, there was a bass. Up shallow is where you're going to get hit. If you're going to get hit. Just put it right up there against those cattails. Oh, I got a fish on.
Yeah. Oh. It's nicer.
Bass, little bass. He's nicer than your last one because that was teeny. He's not nice.
We can't pull that last one, so after what happened.
That's true. Your last one was little. This one was small. You're right. My definition of teeny bass has changed drastically.
I wonder if that would be a record small, like.
That's part of it.
Probably not. Because they wouldn't give that close attention. Instinct would just take over.
That's fish. That's fish. Oh! He's a
I
jumper.
got the net.
He's fine. I don't need net.
Okay.
He's nice though.
Just a few dives.
Oh yeah. That's a nice bass. Another one for the live well. Yeah, well.
That is one of the things.
Stringer of bass for the live well. Again, I know some of you are rolling your eyes at me and maybe even angry at me for keeping bass, but bass are delicious. There are lots of them.
Right up by the okay. That is one of the greatest feelings in the world. One of my favorite sounds ever is a bass just
Hitting the top water. Oh, right there! He hit it! He was way out here on the top water.
But he's not
No. He was way out here though.
I bet he followed it.
Yeah, he probably did. Alright. Okay. Well, let's do this real quick.